The quality of an organization's documents creates an impression of the organization itself. Effective bespoke documents must be accurate, have correct spelling and grammar, be produced according to organizational guidelines, and be fit for the purpose they serve. The factors that you must take into consideration before creating documents are the type of document required, its intended purpose or use, the audience, the frequency of use, the house style, and budget. A template is a blank copy of the document that is saved for future use over and over again. It is set up in the house style in terms of layout and style. It could also contain any standard text, for example, the name and position of the signatory and their contact details. You may also need to consider the legal requirements regarding the content of any document created. Plagiarism. This is the use of text written by others. Copyright law. It is against the law to use others' work for commercial purposes without their consent. And data protection. You must be careful not to include personal details about third-party individuals or that could be related to third-party individuals. The different types of document that could be created include letters, reports, minutes, forms or invoices, newsletters, and posters. To design these documents, there are many different types of software. However, they can be classified into three main types. Word processing. This is for producing continuous text. Documents such as reports and letters will be produced in word processing, but even for documents produced in desktop publishing, it is often worth creating the text in a word processor first and then importing it. Word processing also has the facility to create tables and forms. Desktop publishing software. This can be used for creating leaflets and brochures. It has pre-set templates that provide the basic settings, for example, 3-fold leaflets. PowerPoint. This is the industry standard software for creating presentation slides. Letters must be clearly structured with the detail of whom it is for, the date, and the content should be well presented. A well-structured letter requires an introduction, main content, and summary. The house style sets out the layout and style of the document, the font size and style to be used, and the stationery and templates. There are certain conventions to letter writing, and organizations will usually have a house style that they always use. Memos are internal documents that are sent to one or more members of staff. Some staff are direct recipients of the correspondence, while some are copied in. Some memos are very formal. Shorter, more informal notes are gradually being replaced by email. There is not usually a need to sign a memo. This example shows the layout of a typical memo. Reports are for sales, progress and performance. Proposals are for projects, business plans or spending. Reports will be on a particular subject and the content will need to be researched thoroughly. They require clear structuring with the purpose and summary of the content at the beginning. The content needs to be clear and easy to follow. All references and sources of information should be noted. This example shows the structure of a typical report. This is an example of the report that's been laid out. itinerary will itemize details of a trip. All the arrangements are listed in date and time order. The 24-hour clock is used for all times. The following is an example of an agenda. These are used in meetings and will be discussed in order. After a meeting, minutes will be produced. These show the key actions and decisions that came out of the meeting. This will contain a heading, details of attendance, the following of the agenda, and numbered points. Each of the numbered points will correspond to the agenda. So, point 1 in the agenda will also be point 1 in the minutes.